Welcome, mentors. My name is Kiara, and I am the events coordinator of the Guelph Student Mentorship Society, and today I'm going to be walking you through the orientation for you guys. To start off, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about us. Our club was founded by its 4 original members, me, Amy, Chloe, and Mandy, and the reason we started this club was because we saw a demand for postgraduate related mentorship at the university and wanted to foster these valuable opportunities for both undergrad and graduate students. The Pre-Veterinary Mentorship Program is our very first mentorship program that we are running as a club, and we are so excited for it. It's going to be running from January 16th to April 1st this year, and the goal of this program is to pair an undergrad student who wants to go to OVC with a current DVM student from OVC. And this partnership will ideally provide mentees with a valuable opportunity to receive advice and guidance from their mentors, which are you guys. Let's dive further into what you're going to be doing as a mentor. As a mentor, you can share your knowledge about the process of getting into vet school, as well as what it's like once you're actually in. It might be helpful to talk about the topics we have listed here, such as study tips, resources you found helpful at the university, any tips on getting hands-on experience, self-care, and mental health practices. The ultimate goal here is to give your mentee feedback personalized to their own experience and keep them motivated and feeling encouraged. Here are a few expectations for the mentors. We're expecting you guys to commit to the 1 semester, maintain regular contact with your mentee, be available to answer the mentee's questions within reason, encourage positive attributes in teamwork, and encourage self-care. Next, I'd like to go over some boundaries. First off, mentors should not act as a counseling source to their mentee. This basically means that you are not to talk to your mentee about personal life matters or anything that would be an appropriate conversation in a mentee-mentor relationship. Next, you should not be asking your mentees highly personal questions. So just reiterating the first point, nothing inappropriate should come up in conversation. Your relationship with your mentee should be reminiscent of a teacher-student relationship. It's good to be friendly, but you also need to be professional. Next, I want to touch on some boundaries when it comes to giving advice on courses. You're not expected to share your notes, past tests, or anything of that nature with your mentee, and it is completely appropriate for you to say no to these kinds of requests. You are also not expected to tutor your mentees, as this is not part of a mentee-mentor relationship. Finally, you are not expected to go out of your way to provide volunteer or work opportunities for your mentees. You can give tips that you found useful to find a job, but you do not need to actively search or ask around in order to provide your mentee with a position. This responsibility should fall completely on your mentee, since it is part of the journey to vet school to actively look for your own opportunities. Next, a bit about costs and payment. There is no cost for you guys to participate, but it is a high priority for our executive team to provide you with compensation. Since our club is fairly new, we are not completely certain about how much we will be paying you, but rest assured that it is important for us to thank you for your time and effort in the mentorship program. So there will be a reward for you at the end. Meetings with your mentees will occur twice per month with each mentee. This equates to a total of 4 hours per month for you, as each meeting should last around 1 hour. The meetings will be held on private channels and Microsoft Teams that we will create and give you guys access to. A little disclaimer for the online meetings. We will be automatically recording these meetings with your mentee just for safety purposes. We will not be watching these videos unless there is a reason to do so. Some areas of interest to work on with your mentee include the BIF, specifically your experience with animals, veterinarians, or other activities, which you found helpful or not helpful. And if you would like, you can share suggestions or places to find these experiences with your mentee. You can also talk about the interview, whether you did an MMI format or a larger interview format. You can go into what that was like and share any useful tips you have. You can also talk about things that don't directly have to do with the application process, such as study tips, ways you handle work-life balance, as well as course recommendations. Some answers to some commonly asked questions. Number 1, if you're having an issue with Microsoft Teams or your mentee, please contact our exec team via our email, and we can deal with the issue appropriately. Question 2, you can extend your contract for a second year. All we would need is your updated availability and your signature on a contract for the next school year. Question 3, pairing will be done by the exec team based on availability, preferences, and compatibility based on information from the mentors and mentees. Question 4, you cannot choose your mentee, but you can let us know if you have a preference in how we select, but we cannot guarantee anything. And last, if you feel as though you cannot mentor anymore, please let us know as soon as possible. You have signed a contract agreeing to a set time period, but we may be able to come to a solution. Just please let us know as soon as possible. And with that being said, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. We hope you have a blast with your mentees this upcoming semester. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. You can either do this through our email or our Instagram DMs. Have a great rest of your semester.